All right. We are live and alive, playing a little bit of Path of Exile 2. Oh boy, oh boy. I've been playing a lot of this game. Playing a whole lot of Path of Exile here, and it's a lot of fun. I got a level 90 sorceress right now, and let me just show off my build a little bit. So I'm running the funny quiver build, and if you haven't seen this before, what I understand is that Spark is a projectile. So while it's a spell, it can be affected by other projectile modifiers. So as you can see, we have +2 level to all projectile spells here, as well as increased projectile speed. And then we use this unique, the Widow Hail, which improves our bonuses from the quiver. So to give us a bunch of extra levels to our spell skill, as well as grabbing more levels from the my amulet here to basically just get as many levels off of Spark as possible. Above level 19, which is where I have it at right now, so I'm getting about 10 levels. You can see the Spark speed also moves very fast. Well, so basically, I'm just clearing screens quite quickly. No issues for the most part. Today, I think I am going to be pushing out my map a little bit, as I have a citadel over here I need to get to. And so I think I'm going to be perhaps to push my way into the citadel a little bit. Sucks so much. %73 more monster life is rough. But I think I could probably do it. This one's not. Let's add this one up. It's pretty bad. Let's see. Nice. Temporal change isn't great, but I'll take the experience. My inventory is fucked right now. I just didn't have the energy to clean up my map tab yesterday. I don't think I'm gonna be streaming for too long. I just wanted to kind of test it out, see how things are looking. But I will run a few maps because I am so chronically addicted to this game. It's bad. So I want to get over to this tower, but I also have some nice maps here that I want to run that I have juiced up already. I think I'm gonna ignore them. I've been juicing for too long, and I want to actually fight this fucking endgame boss. I feel like I want to save this for a good breach. Shitty tier. That's fine. I'm exploring the other side of the map on my monk, so I have to keep fucking going all the way back over here. This guy. Fortunately, there's no towers in the map section. Sucks dick and balls. But source route to get over to this fucker, so let's do it. Save that. As you can see, everything just kind of dies before it can even get to me. Because also can explain what's going on in my skill tree. This lightning damage on all critical hits is lucky. So lightning damage in this game is weird as fuck. So as you can see with my spark, it can either do nothing or do a gigaton. So with luck, it rolls the die twice. So basically, instead of like if it rolls 1839 and like fucking this number, it'll always take the higher number, which is great. So effectively our spark is always doing a lot more damage because of this, but this is a very expensive to spec into. For a little bit I had just decided to fuck my tree and spec all the way down to here, and it did really, I mean, I feel like it made a major difference in terms of how much damage I'm doing. But now that I had enough to instill it on my amulet, this giving yourself 30% bonus damage whenever you shock someone, and as well as 30% increased damage you've ignited. So I cast this, and if there's a boss, usually I only need to do that for bosses. It just gives me like a bunch of extra bonus damage, which is very helpful. I also have it set up so that way when I get a critical hit, I get bonus damage. So basically I'm just trying to make sure, like, I have a high base damage number already, but I'm always trying to bump it up to as high as possible with the other bonuses. I also get 40% increased element damage. Like, it just, anything I do with critical hits will give me bonus damage on top of the elemental triggers. You can also, I've seen some people do this, go down here and spec into the, if you're running the quiver spark build. I did that for a little bit, and I just felt like the extra level or two I got off of it from spark wasn't really worth it. Just do so much more damage when you stack the non, so like this number will obviously be higher if I spec'd into the quiver stats more, but then it costs more mana, which is a problem because this build also uses mana as life. So we don't have any energy shield, and all of our damage is taken from mana. So you kind of want to be at max mana all the time. And if you cast spark 20 times and empty your mana bar, then you die. So I prefer to try to bump up or decrease the cost of the spell while increasing the damage as much as possible. I think I could go for more mana regeneration rate, but it feels really good to have a high cast speed, so that when you're like walking and casting, it doesn't stop you for too long. But I'm going for, like, I want my single, like, I want that to kill everything. Like, I don't, before it was like I'm gonna cast as many sparks as possible, but now I'm more thinking of, I want my single cast of spark to do as much damage as it physically can with each cast. So I cast less, keep my mana topped off. Usually you don't have any issues with mana while you're mapping, because I also have a soul core on my,
I need more time.
I have these two soul cores give me 4% mana on kill. I also have some mana on kill on my gloves, so whenever I kill something, I get some mana back as well, which is very helpful for staying alive, especially in breaches and things like that. I do struggle with like recently I had a death against the Citadel boss, but I wasn't running a fully optimized build. For my gems, I was using I'm using lightning resistance, but I was using a movement buff, so that way my character kept kind of like flying around the screen while I was still casting spark. But it's just you could sub in +1 level to lightning skill here, but again, I did the damage numbers, and you do more damage when you actually penetrate the lightning resistance. So if I go up against an enemy that has like, you know, has lightning resistance already, all of a sudden I don't do anything, and I either have to cast my conduction, which is my curse, in addition to Orb of Storm, which is applying exposure, which is another like kind of debuff on the enemy. But with just having the 30% lightning resistance already socketed in, it just, there's nothing the enemy can do, because they're already fucked. You already got their, you're already penetrating their resistance. If you want to, you could take that gem out, and sub it in for another like higher damage gem, and go for the where's that on the this branch, 5 points, and you get it's not that branch, it's a lightning. 4 points, and you get a whole hell of a lot of lightning resistance. I think it's about 10, and then 15. You get 15, and then an additional 10% on top of that if you're at low mana, which we won't usually be. 15, 6, so like that's like about the same. 28, a little more. So it's a possible optimization for the build, but I feel like it's not necessary. I'd rather put those 4 points into this, which I think is doing most of our, just getting most of the extra damage when it's needed for those bosses. I don't know, I need to do another Citadel run, which is kind of what I want to do today. Let's see if I don't get absolutely giga-fucked. You see there, like, it's just, they pop. Like, even you got this build going pretty. I don't think I spent a good amount of money on this, like, but I also think I could have spent less money if I had known better. I like more about the game, but this is my first Path of Exile game. Not played PoE 1. I'm about like 200 hours now into this. I feel like I'm still got shit to learn. I think I had the Sork figured out pretty much at this point. Let's see here. Problem. There we go. Weird, I feel like I wasn't doing any damage at the beginning of that fight, but then just melted after that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm struggling a little bit with the bosses. Like, they're not popping quite as quickly as I would like. I'm not sure. I think maybe I could put projectile duration instead of the resistance. Because another thing is that with the each spark, I want it to hit the enemy as many times as possible. So that's what the projectile speed is for. So that way it's like flying around the map, and if it's rolling that spark, so like if it does only, if you know, the first time the spark hits the enemy, it does that 1,800 damage, it doesn't do anything. Almost immediately it hits them a second time, re-rolls that number twice, and I have, you know, there's just a very high likelihood that I get a very strong hit on an enemy that kills them. But as you can see with them, I just fought that boss. There's also a lot of times when you get unlucky and then you don't roll a lot of hits. So what I could do is, instead of doing a 30% lightning resistance, I could put on I just like completely lost my train of thought. Instead of lightning resistance, what gem was I saying I was gonna use? Fuck. Oh, so if I put in the other gem, I could make them last about like 50% longer. Persistence, I believe. See, that's about one cast. There he is. It's like, lasts about that long. Hop in the. So, like, if you cast it a bunch of times, now I'm standing in a. It persists for a bit longer. I'm just not sure if it's worth it, because what it also does is increases the doubles the cost of it. And I already have these two on here, acceleration, so I'm already increasing the cost of it quite a bit. Does not reflect. The only prime that the cost comes in to be a factor is when you're bossing, because you're not getting any mana regeneration off of the boss. I don't know. I'm thinking I should run any more sparks. I kind of like the lightning resistance. I don't know. Got some tier sounds out of that map, which is fuck. Need to move my terminal further away. Onto that. Let's see what steps are. Give me verses. I can take him. I can take him. Fuck, this is... Oh, okay. Seems to be a path. Hopefully. See, this is... The critical hit chance shit is what scares me. I don't want to die. See, like 25... This is fucking disgusting. I'm selling that map. I'm not fucking running that. Joking me? Everything would kill me. 300% chance to crit me. 43% critical damage bonus. And then 25% of my elemental resistance gets penetrated on top of that? Fuck it. Let's run it. Fuck it. If I die, it'll kill the node, which is kind of scary. Hopefully I don't die. Dying would suck. I'm running the more bolts instead of longer bolts. So they should be flying around for longer, but they don't penetrate the lightning resistance as much. I feel like I hear it hitting them more, but I'm hearing less death. I mean, they're definitely dying, but before it was like instant death, where now I feel like I hear it hitting it multiple times, which I mean is what I wanted. That roll to happen as many times as possible. Probably I'm streaming. Game does not like getting streamed. Wait, 30 FPS Path of Exile gaming. I wonder if I can do anything to... Oh. Looking for another quiver, but I need it to have 100% pierce chance. I think this is working, but it also wasn't. It wasn't like it wasn't working before. I wonder if the +1 lightning level would be worth it. I don't know. Yeah. Oh! Nice. is abysmal. Right in my head. God dang it. Look. And arrested him. Oh. Sometimes the game does just not want to tell me where the remaining fucking rares are. Just tell me. They add more checkpoints to this map? With that fucker. Holy shit, the frame rate. Jesus Christ. I don't know if it's just that map. I feel like I wasn't having a frame rate issue when I was playing. Ooh, hype. I spent a divine on my monk yesterday, so it's good to get. I use like a fuck. Even worse. Just doesn't have spell skill, which is only what only people think people actually want these ones. The plus like +4 to +5 spell, so it's not worth trying to throw a chaos orb on it. I'm gonna buy it for one. Fuck it. This is just trash.
What can I do for you? On with the work. Go on.
I like to sell my waystones for money because I'm constantly respeccing my character,
Of course.
fucking with my skill points. So I just sell anything that's not a tier, like a tier 13 to tier 10. I just put 4 affixes and I fucking sell them like 6 to 7k gold off each. Pretty easy way to keep yourself above $1 million. Tired. I don't know. I go back. I feel like I was better off with the lightning resistance. I feel like shit was just dying faster. Also makes it 1% faster. I did the math, and damage just doesn't like pull through. There's an extra projectile hitting it? I don't know. Run a map with it. Okay. Back bark. Number looks so fucking good though. 72. If I have a mana issue, I can try to kill it. Fuck it. Into this goddamn tower. Probably gonna upstream. Need to update my loot filter so I don't filter out the lower tier stones. Ground is burning.
Didn't break a sweat.
Okay, the +1 level to spell skills might have been it, I'm not gonna lie. Or +1 lightning level. It's just these corridors. But what the fuck? This motherfucker chased me all the way across the map. It's crazy. Ah! And tried to blow up. I know it's ready to pull up. Alright. Let's see. Shit. Oh, got him. Motherfucker started poking the shit out of me though.
A rare treasure.
I hope that in the next league, I love this you know, this bursty kill bosses in 2 seconds and do up a bajillion DPS kind of meta. Like, it's definitely fun and funny, but it was also fun when I had to like learn the boss moves and everything. Like, the bosses are well designed in this game, and it's like fun fighting them like it is in a Dark Souls game. So it is pretty fun also walking up to them and blowing them the fuck up after they beat your ass in the campaign. But then I also realized that I was just not, you know, could have been blowing them the fuck up in the campaign too, because when I replayed on my monk, it was easy. The knowledge that I have now, of course, and being able to boost my character with the items I found on this character. But I do think it would be nice if there was actually some back and forth between you and the boss, and it wasn't just walk up and kill them. Because it still feels like that with the final Secma Trials boss. He's still pretty fucking tough, and it feels really good to fight him every time. because you actually do have to you know, you have to know how to do the time trial, and you have to not fucking get murked by all of his bullshit. You can't insta-kill him because he's so fucking annoyingly chunky. But like, in Act 3, the bitch that fucking has all the shield guys around you, that boss is awesome. I would love to have more bosses like that where you really have to learn the mechanic of it. Of course, when I went through that the second time, blew them the fuck up. So I think there's an issue with the balance in the game being too like everything you one shot and so do the enemies. So I think it could be rebalanced where everything does just a lot less damage, slow the game down a little bit. But I kind of feel like with a numbers game like this, like you're inevitably just someone's gonna break it every time. But I feel like every build that's meta right now is just like breaking it. I'm only like, I was running the like I run this sword build that's like pretty strong, in my opinion. Like I haven't really had much trouble doing content with it since I got into like level 80 and invested like the divine or two into the gear that I need. The quiver setup is actually a lot cheaper than doing it with the wand. You might be able to get higher DPS numbers, but I don't think you get this projectile speed, which I think is the big actual bonus that you get, is those sparks hitting everything more than once. I'm guaranteeing that high damage roll. I'm just fucking yapping, this map is done. Welcome to POEN Yap. That's me. Serial Yapist. Guys, hold up. I'm checking out the mobile live dashboard here. Not a viewer. Might just be me though. I think it is just me. Well, if you are watching and you're not me, thank you for tuning into the stream. I hope you're enjoying yourself. 100% is just me. I'm the single viewer. How does it sound? How does it sound? It's the music I'm playing. How does it sound? It's the music I'm playing. 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 Wait, what the fuck? I'm bugged the fuck out. As I can hear the music, can I'm chilling here vibing. I have no idea if the stream is picking up the What's up, lives? Hi, there's a lost this one. I'll during here. Let's get the absolute worst map I can find. It's like, here's the critical hit chance one. Sell it. Okay. Sell this though. Let's see what the. That's not right. I don't even know. Ah, fucked up. That shouldn't be beautiful. accuracy ratings. I'll look at that. Let's do the thing. Mana. I mean, literally, if it had fucking the spell level on it, it would be like really, really. I think. I've been trying to trade more stuff. I don't really fucking know. I just gotta throw shit in here. Hope, pray. That has more modifiers on it that I actually want. I don't really care about increased chance of sock or critical spell damage bonus, but 6 to maximum mana is huge. That's the one downside of running the quiver setup, is that part of what you are doing with the spark build is Archmage, and getting 8% of your damage as extra light damage for every 100 max mana you have, and you can get a lot more mana for running a wand and a focus. Like that wand I just had. 156 mana. That was a pretty high roll on it, so you can imagine I could have 300 more mana approximately if I was running the yeah, you could, but then you lose this. Like, so I was using this wand before and a different and then +2. You're not getting as many levels. I mean, I am now considering it's a potential optimization, like going back to a wand setup to get more mana. I just really love the projectile speed. I was getting more levels when I was running the upgrade path from here is getting a 300 bow and a quiver that has mana on kill and like 45 projectile speed. I think this build, because like before when I was running it, I had this at level 31 without the lightning mastery in there. So I was getting like I think I was getting 12 levels from global modifiers. I had the full, when I went through the whole skill tree, and I also had the quiver bonuses. But you can only get like 10 either way. Oh chat. I might have to switch back to the wand now that I'm thinking about it. Get like a good mix of spell and lightning. +5 to lightning spells. Because it's expensive. Like, I have the 10 levels that I need with the quiver right now, and it only costs me like a few hundred exalted. Like, it's not that much. Now if I want to get like the 300 Widow Hail, it's like, it is like a div or two. But so is a fucking +5 wand. And then I don't get the projectile bonuses. I don't think you can get a projectile bonus on the. And even then, the projectile speed bonus I'm getting is like, it moves that fucking quick, only because of this setup that I have. Damn. I bricked for my stuff because I stuff for it. Gave my boy my +2 focus. Look at that, I just equipped the wand. I have 400. Incredible. Really high mana on 37. It's not too bad. It's 2 mana rolls. It's 2. What you also lose out on running the quiver is energy shield. Every energy shield gives you more mana, because I have converted all the energy shield to mana. Seven. 20. That's without. Like I need to get a quiver with +2 spell skills. And it's level 29, and it's almost doing as much damage as it was. It's doing 5k less damage than it was 3 levels higher, and that's with unoptimized, like, the spell physical damage. That's just all the mana buff. Fuck. That's a trick. I'll save up. But then I don't have the mana on kill. Oh no. The quiver's so fun. I feel like I want to have both options. I don't know. I'm down it. Might do another +4 level spawn wand to increase the better spell damage and lightning damage. I need to hunt down. Maybe I'll go through that whole process on stream. Alright, that was fun. I think I'm gonna take it off though. I'm tired. That was a first stream. I don't think anyone actually came. But start of something bigger. Peace.